Okay, everybody, like I promised, we are at a very eye-catching booth, and Jerry Rich of J&M Antiques is here, and he's going to talk with us about his 19th century early American lighting, which he specializes in. So thank you so much for having this interview with me today.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, like I said, I, as a designer and as a woman, am just really attracted to color. And so that's really what drew me into your booth today. So this particular lamp is beautiful. It seems like it would be quite rare. And as we were talking before, you were able to really teach me the true history behind the uniqueness of these lamps. And I was hoping maybe you'd be able to share that with our viewers today.
Sure, I'd love to.
Okay.
This particular lighting device is called a double-posted Manhattan stand lamp that was made in 1878 in New York City, and primarily for professional people, judges, lawyers, doctors, anyone of some type of, I would say in the community had some professionalism, or it wasn't just for the common man. In other words, it was for someone who had an office or someone who had enough wealth that could afford this particular device. What's neat about it is all solid brass. It retains two original case overlay shades that are hand blown. It's a beautiful rich color. What we do before we sell a device like this, we professionally polish it, we electrify it with the minimal invasion so that the piece keeps its integrity and all originality. And particularly with our business model, we want to make sure that all our lighting devices are particularly all original, meaning the burners, the shade rings, the shades, the chimneys, and there's all the parts are original to it. One of these lamps does sit in a library in Mentor, Ohio from President Garfield's museum.
Wow.
So that's kind of neat that one of the presidents had one of these.
See, I have an eye for quality.
So anybody who likes presidential history,
yes,
this is a real nice piece of lighting device to decorate with. A myriad of uses.
I was going to say, you had shown me a book yesterday that was just filled of presidential homes.
Yes.
And what was the name of that book? Would you mind sharing?
Sure. That book was called Homes of the Presidents by Bill Harris.
Homes of the Presidents by Bill Harris.
Right.
And it was quite remarkable how many lamps that you have in your current collection that were featured in that book.
Yes.
So you have a very exclusive collection. Very exclusive collection.
Yes.
And the one thing too that we talked about yesterday was the quality of the glass that is on the tops of your lamps, and the fact that you need to look at the color consistency from shade to shade, so that you know what is an original and what is a replacement. Especially
when you're looking at pairs of shades. A lot of times people try to match a pair, or they're married a pair, and they're really not a true pair. So because of the quality control back then in the 1800s, they didn't have really quality control. It was all done by hand. They were done on dirt floors. They did the best they could. So a lot of times when you see a perfect match pair of shades, you can pretty much estimate that they were made on the same day by the same person, in the same kiln, in the same location, wherever that was. That eliminated a lot of variability. When you start seeing variability in color, that gives you a good sign that it was either made on a different day with a different situation. So it's nice to find a match pair that are true match pair of shade. If you have a double, if you have a single, not a big deal. If you have one shade, it's not a problem.
Well, Jerry, one thing that really impressed me about your collection as well is that all of your burners, all of the underneath these different areas had all the original markings and carvings from the manufacturer and the artist. So that also adds to the uniqueness and the authenticity of where these originated from.
Yes.
Now, speaking of origination, you had also said that these lamps were first made in New York and Pennsylvania, is that correct?
They were very regional. The manufacturers who manufactured these were New York City and Connecticut. That was the two major demographics of manufacturing. And they basically supplied the whole United States. And then the origin is basically they were German immigrants that migrated from Europe to the United States and set up foundries and factories. And then they had architects who designed them and drew them, and became very popular.
Well, I think they're beautiful because you get like these little unique nuances with the kerosene holders, and that really just adds a really beautiful element to every piece, making it more unique.
And anyone who would like to do a library of presidential history or appreciates antique lighting, they find a very nice place in a home setting.
Exactly. See how much fun and how much you learn just by participating in one of these shows? I just love it. I love it. Everyone, you got to get out there and learn more about where these things come from, because ironically enough, we're just living in a world of knockoffs. In my opinion, it's just like everyone's creating something new, and instead of just buying the real thing, investing in the quality of what was there, that's going to last forever. So I really can't thank you enough, and we're making it on the fly. So thanks, Jerry.
You're welcome. Thank you.